Hey, everybody. Welcome to Making Connections. This is your girl, Aly. I hope everybody is having an amazing day. As usual, you saw the flyers going across the screen about different organizations and things that they have going on. We know it's the holiday season, so people are gearing up for Toys for Tots and, collecting items for the homeless, doing food box giveaways. Now, I've never seen the collard green sale, but listen, it's December 17th. Listen, right? It's just in time for the holidays. So, those flyers, in case you missed the information, contact, or address, they will be in the Facebook group, Making Connections Facebook group. So, make sure you check them out. So, I'm so excited about this. Our guest today. How you doing today, Chops? How are you, Chops?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm in good hands today.
Yes.
Good hands today, boy.
So this is recording artist Chops Turner. And so he has a holiday release out. I think it's called This Holiday Is For You, right?
Yeah. This holiday with you. Yep, this
This Holiday
holiday
With You.
with
And
you.
so it
Yes.
was produced by the group Alatas. You guys know Mualim, of course, who made our
Oh yeah,
theme
well,
to
name.
the show. And so we definitely give them a shout out, Polyphonic
Uh-huh.
Studios. So I keep telling Marlene I got to get up there and get to the studio.
Yes, right. That's right.
So
Get up here
Chops,
in New England.
I know, right? I've never been in that part, so that'll just take care of two things at one time.
That's
So
right.
Chops, before we get started, I want to give you opportunity. Welcome to the family. To just
Thank
introduce
you.
yourself to the family. Tell them a little bit about yourself.
Good evening. Good afternoon. Oh, my name is Chops Turner from New England. Actually, I live here in New Bedford, Mass, and originally from Providence, Rhode Island, but I live here in New Bedford. This is home to me, and been here about 30 years. Great city, great people, great place to be, and it's a great launching pad. I'm thankful to be on the show with Aly this afternoon, and look for exciting interview this afternoon.
Yes. I'm excited because and
Yes.
I have to tell Alan. I always have to tell y'all know Alan is behind the scenes making things happen.
Yeah, the brother.
He likes to give a shout out. When he hears good music and the theme and stuff
Yes.
is good, he always gives us a little pat on the back. So he's already telling Chops how much he enjoyed his music.
Oh, thank you so much.
You guys stay tuned because you're gonna get to hear it for yourself in just a little bit. I got too excited there.
You all right, sister?
Well, Chops, tell us, how long have you been in the music industry?
Man, I've been out there a long time, Allie. um, that's about almost 50 years now.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm telling my age.
I was gonna say you
Well,
started
about
when you was a
almost
baby,
50.
huh?
I've been, swinging the bat for a long time, and but I'm no ways tired. Like my man Jay Cleveland says, I'm no ways tired. I'm
Yeah.
just beginning. Just beginning,
Awesome.
sister.
So when you started, I mean, was it, a lot of people who maybe started off singing in church or,
Well,
singing with their cousins or something. How did you get started?
I started, like Michael Jackson. I was a big Michael Jackson fan back then, and James Brown. And my grandmother. I lived with my grandmother for a long time. So in our household, there's a lot of jazz, blues, Thelonious Monk. I heard the whole spectrum of music. So when you hear me doing my music, I do it all from Frank Sinatra to Otis Redding to, what I mean, Jacques Cousteau.
All right now.
What I mean? Like Aretha was. She was very versatile. My thing is to be as versatile. The more ammunition you got, the better. You widen your fan base. Some record companies don't like that, but that's what they're doing now with the shows they have, like American Idol, and um, the X Factor. Trying to find out, what you can do, what type of song you can sing. But I'm thankful that God has given me the ability to do a little bit of everything.
Yes, I love versatility. And you were telling me that one day when I was talking, I was like, all right now. Frank
Oh
Sinatra.
yeah,
And then we was talking
oh
about
yeah.
Hole in the Walls.
Tom Jones, all that stuff. You
Yeah.
know, the Broadway songs. Those tunes, especially here in New England. If you want to make a living, I do it for a living. So this is what I do. It's my livelihood. So I've got to be as versatile as possible.
Awesome. So do you sing only? Do you play instruments?
Well, right now, this is my instrument, is my voice. I'm
Hmm.
taking care of it all the time, making sure it's in tip-top shape. Some days depends on the weather. Up here, New England, you got the cold and it's
Yeah.
hot. So biologically, you go through changes, but you got to be able to rock and roll. You go through those changes um, and be ready to go when it's time to go. Like the wise man told me, he said, stay ready, you won't have to get ready.
Mm, that
I'm an
part.
ex-football player, so I'm a football player, ex-football player, so free safety, and so
Okay.
I'm always ready to take somebody out.
Get in the
That's the way
game.
on the field, man. I'm on the field, so to be defensive back. So it's the same thing with the music. I, li- I like to do that.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. I like that little analogy. Cool.
Well, you have to think that way in order to be, especially to playing football.
Mm,
My days are gone. I miss it. I miss it. But singing is my passion. Football is my passion. But I love to sing. That's my thing. That's my career, my passion.
awesome. So, just like in football, I'm sure if you've been doing this for almost 50 years, just like in football, sometimes you got knocked down, right? Sometimes you just was like,
Oh yeah, oh
man.
yeah, oh yeah.
So when when you had those moments, how did you, get yourself back in track? You know what I'm saying? Like, how did you,
Well,
because sometimes people give up on stuff.
that's
It's really a
true.
passion, they love it, but sometimes it gets
That's
hard
true.
to give up.
You know, when you love it, you can endure all the rigors and all the setbacks. I like I said, I'm no waste time. I'm just beginning. I've been out there with a lot of big acts, and I continue to do a lot of great things and elevate. You know, what is the next level? To me, the next level is making money. I got to be honest with you. That's the bottom line, making that money to provide and protect for the family. So that's the next level to me. You know.
Cool.
So
Yeah,
I'm no
see,
ways tired. To me, I'm just beginning.
right, right. Because, you can always, like you said, I mean, because music is something that, oh my gosh, it's universal. It's
Very
it
universal, right?
is it's a medicine to your soul sometimes.
Right.
Sometimes it's the thing that brings you
That's right.
joy and gets you over a situation,
Hmm.
so music is amazing.
Well, like you said, it also helps. You heal people. I do a lot of things. I do senior centers because I do a lot of the oldies but goodies. I travel with the doo-wop groups and different genres of music. So it gives me, I can go in and do, Al Green and stuff before your time, Sam Cooke and Otis Redding and Jackie Wilson and all that stuff. So, and then I can do, the younger stuff, man, the Charlie Wilsons and the and
Mm,
the Jodeci's, that type of music, that type of stuff. But my forte is I'm like Luther, God rest his soul. I'm like a balladeer. I'm like to sing ballads, but you can't do ballads all night.
right, right.
So I'm that. Lady gave me a name, called me world class singer. So I call myself world class. You
Yeah,
know, world class entertainer, world class singer.
I love that.
That
That's a
way they can't.
cool name.
There's no stigmatize. They can't
Right.
stigmatize you. So you're an R&B singer, and most people equate R&B because um, most places I go here in New England and sometimes abroad. What do you do? Motown. They want to put a label on it. They want to say, well, because you're you're black that you
Go
you just do Motown. How you know I don't sing Bach or Beethoven or even I'm not
right,
a Broadway singer? Why are you classifying? You know,
right.
but like you said, music is universal, like you said, and there's no color. You can't put a color on it. You know, it
I mean,
transcends and goes beyond. You know what I mean? It
mhm.
transcends. So
It really
I
does. I
was
mean, because I would you talking about Michael Jackson, I used to watch and I mean he would be like in China or somewhere and
exactly,
the crowd
exactly.
is full and I'm like, I know everybody in that crowd is not doesn't speak English, but it didn't
That's
matter. It
right.
was
That's
the
right.
vibe, it was the
That's
show,
right.
everything put together, right?
Well, they can feel the vibration. They can, feel what you sing, even though we might not speak the same language. The dialect, might be different, but the heart singing from your heart, people can feel that. You know, they can,
Mm-hmm.
they can, they can feel what you're saying. And it depends how you deliver it. You got to deliver it. And mean what you say. Say what you mean.
Right.
So I thank God for that. And it comes from God, man. It comes from the Creator. You know, and to me, I'm still growing as a vocalist. I'm still um, um, at 62, still growing. And I don't smoke. I don't drink. You know what I mean? I don't do those things. So I don't do drugs. So I got to put that out there
Right.
because there's always that stereotype that people, musicians do that.
Right.
But I don't do either one because I know this is a gift. You know, if you don't use it, you lose
Right.
it. you
Exactly.
know.
And you brought up something earlier. You were talking about taking care of your gift.
Yeah.
I often think about how do singers sing like night after night and sing for hours and don't get hoarse.
That's
Like
right.
we can go to a game and we like coughing the next day and stuff. How do you like train your voice to go that distance?
Well, sometimes me and the young lady I work with, you showed the flyer earlier, the poster of me and this girl, Colleen. We'll be up there for 4 hours singing straight. It's the way your voice is being trained. You got to be trained yourself as well. You have to take training too. I took training. I'm going back for more training. Not that I need training for I was singing, but to sustain yourself. For the duration of time. You know how to hold a note. Where's it come from? If you're singing from your throat, you get hoarse quick. You know, but if you're singing from your gut, your diaphragm, you know how to last. You want to be able to last the whole night. You be able to hit the high notes, the low notes. Those things are important to me. When I'm out there, I don't know how other singers think, but that's how I think.
Okay. Because I mean, it just is amazing. Because even with my friend, she does play sometimes, and they might have two shows a day, like 3 days in a row, and
Yeah,
I'm like, girl, how do you do it? How do you have the energy to keep it? And every song they
right,
come out there, and they just like it's their first time singing for the day.
right. You have to take care of it. I mean, and it's important to sing in your range. Some people sing outside their range, and then you really can hurt your voice. You can get what they call polyps on your voice. You
Mm-hmm.
can develop that. It's important to sing in the right keys. Knowing your keys and singing those right keys, and that gives you longevity. Singing the right key, not singing over loud bands and all that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's trying to play too loud and knowing how to pace yourself. It's
Right.
very important. Very important.
So tell us a little bit about your song, your latest release this holiday.
Oh,
What can you say
yeah.
about
Well, me and Mr. Morgan Peters,
that?
you know, he knew me for years. I played down what we call the Cape Cod here, which the Kennedys made big down in Cape Cod here in New England
Mm-hmm.
for years. And he used to see me all the time. And he used to think some of my keyboard players I had, um, they were adequate. They wasn't. I had to sing different type of songs because they couldn't play the chords of Sinatra and all that stuff. So I had to accept um, less, than the best, but
Right.
I made it through. And so I was we would do stuff like um, Johnny Gill and stuff like that. Which I call R&B songs. Which was good, great. The Jodeci songs and the Silk and all that stuff, which was good. But I wanted to be more versatile.
Mhm.
In order to do that, you got to have a pianist that can play everything. It's hard to find a pianist that can do it all.
Yeah. And that's Marlene Morgan Peters. We know him as Marlene a lot of times, but that's Morgan Peters in the
Oh
Hollywood
yeah, Morgan, man.
studio.
He's definitely a great guy. And then we hooked up, we met, and he said he got a studio, and he said, I got some songs. Let's get together. So let's put something out. And I have stuff out. Before that, I worked with one of the biggest producers in the world, Mr. Maurice Starr. I
Mm,
work with Maurice as well. And Maurice had a stroke. That's why you don't hear him now. New Kids on the Block, New Edition, produced New
mhm,
Edition. And we
mhm.
talk quite frequently. Morgan knows him, and William knows him. Um, so I work with a lot of people, and it's hard to find, especially our own kind that want to collaborate. Everybody wants to be an individual instead of
Right.
do it collectively.
Right.
You know how people are.
It's,
Everybody wants to be an individual, but they want to do it, as a corporation. You know what I mean?
and I
And
think that's just that old stuff that's been inbred in us that it's not enough for everybody. You know, there's not
yeah, but there is enough. That's true. That's what I was saying, right? But there is enough.
plenty.
Luther didn't do it by himself. I mean, he had a team of people. You know what I mean? Um, Mariah Carey. Look what's her name? The girl that broke all kind of records. What's her name? Taylor Swift. I
Mhm.
mean, I look at ours like that because I'm looking at you know the bigger picture.
Right.
Even though they're a different shade. But the success. I'm looking at the success of what they're doing because you want to liken my success to that.
Right. Right.
So um, hopefully Morgan sees it a little different than I do, you know, but I was glad we were able to collaborate and I like the songs that he written and I was able to sing and try to put my own interpretation. That's what
Mhm.
it's called. My own
Right.
interpretation on it. And I thought it came out well. And we got more to come. We got some work to do, and hopefully these songs reach the next level. You know.
Yeah, y'all got plenty coming up in 2023.
Oh yes, yes, ma'am, we do. Oh
Yeah.
yes, we do. By the grace of God.
So we're gonna listen to your song this holiday with you. And so everybody listen to this is Chops Turner, This Holiday with You. You can
Right.
find it on all streaming media platforms. And so stick with us, Chops. We'll be right back.
Happy holidays, everybody. Let's make a plan. It doesn't need to be in winter wonderland. We can be on the beach
Yes. Come on, Pops. We love it.
We're
I was
back.
sitting
We're back.
I was like, I gotta download this to my mama's device because she would love that song.
You think so?
Yes,
Well,
honey,
thank
yes.
you.
And
Thank you.
it just, I mean, took me to a whole place like Alan was saying. It kind of brings back memories, but then it takes you to a place because I was like, I see my
Right.
mom and her
Right.
sister out there dancing and stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, I love it. Great job, great job.
Thank you.
Yeah. So how does it feel like when somebody tells you something like that? Oh my gosh, I really love that. That just really put me in a place in a good mood. How does it feel?
Well, it feels good. I mean, the main thing, I'm always um, very critical of myself, very analytical of myself. As an artist, you want to, perfect what you do. Those who want to be, um, we say, I don't want to be ordinary. I want to be extraordinary. So if you want to be extraordinary, you got to put your time in. And I'm always, analytical and critical of what I'm doing. So it's
Hmm.
good to hear that. But we got more work to do.
Right. And but listening to that, we like waiting. Okay, what's coming next?
Oh
Yeah.
well, the thing is when you're versatile. I mean, you can almost do anything. Like I said, I've done. I've teamed up with doing hooks on rapping songs.
Mhm.
We have a song called "Enough Is Enough," which we did during the pandemic. Went to New York and laid it down, and um, it's about police brutality, and I sang the hook on it, and it came out really great, man. I mean, I'm collaborating with. I like to do all. I like all genres of music. I like Latin music. I like it all. And Bobby Womack put it like this. He said, "What kind of music do you like?" He said, "There's only two kinds." They say, "What? Good and bad." People put,
Yeah.
they put their limitations and their connotations on it. You know what I mean? Mis speculations. You know. So my thing is to rise above that. You know.
Right. Right. I like that. That's pretty simple. It's either good or it's bad. It's really. I
That's
mean,
it,
because
man. Good and bad.
that's me. I like all kinds of music. I like country. I don't like all country, but I like some
That's
country
right.
songs. You know, I like I said, I can listen to Frank Sinatra, the Rat Pack,
That's
and
right.
I mean, come
That's
on,
right.
they had some good stuff
That's right.
out.
Now,
So
because it's about good music. It ain't about because he's he's different ethnicity that, you know what I mean, you don't want to do it, but people do that today. Everywhere I go, I get that same old thing, but once I open my mouth, by the grace of God, you know what I mean, you able to transform that whole situation,
Right. Right.
So,
Awesome.
man, that's the thing, stay humble and God can elevate you.
That
You
part.
stay humble and thankful and grateful,
Right.
and so that's what I try to do. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
I know you
So
mentioned,
you
I
gotta
know
stay
you
humble,
mentioned,
man.
right, right. I know you mentioned Michael Jackson earlier, but who were some of the
Yeah.
other influences, or inspiration when you were growing up?
Like I like I said, Michael Jackson. I liked Donny Osmond and James Brown was my main man. James Brown, Augusta, Georgia.
Yes.
James Brown, Otis Redding, Sam Cooke, Nat King Cole, the master of the crooner. We call them the crooners. Old school crooners.
Yeah.
Some of the guys that from your way, Tyrone Davis, singing those what we call those them soul songs, soul ballads, man.
Right.
Otis Redding, there's many great artists out there, I admire,
Right.
the guys that live right here with me, the Tavares. I work with them. I work with one of the greatest guys to put up the hits, one of the great solo. I mean, he wasn't a solo. He's a solo artist now, but he was with his brothers, Tavares. And he sings to Check It Out, one of the biggest hits.
Yeah.
Or Jeffrey Osborne, who's from Providence, whatever that means, but the gift comes from God,
Right.
And so I admire those guys, and now here I am, working with Victor Tavares, man, one of the great singers, the humble guy, can sing his face off, what they say, and I'm learning just listen to him,
Right.
and his brothers, Tavares, who are Grammy Award winners, they're Grammy winners, so they live right here in the city I reside in, and we're good friends. And matter of fact, we're playing together next week.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we travel. I mean, we do a lot of stuff. So, just to be around guys like that help elevate your game. Your in your musical skills.
Right.
So,
Right. Would you give that advice to like some of the young artists?
Oh yeah,
don't
man.
count anybody out.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you can learn something from every genre,
Anybody.
right?
For everything, I mean, you don't limit yourself, because you limit yourself, you're doing yourself you're doing yourself, you're not doing yourself a favor, you should never limit yourself,
I agree.
never limit yourself. My thing is to try to do it all, because some people hate me for doing it. Well, who cares what they think? No, because if you don't think good of yourself, who's going to think good of yourself? Am I right?
Exactly.
If you don't think you can do it, they're not going to think you can do it.
Exactly.
You got a lot of haters out there. A lot of haters out there. So,
and
but
your
my thing is,
insecurities kind of bleed through. They'll be able to see that, So you got to believe in yourself,
right.
Put your heart into it and just, go for it.
That's right. I mean, I wrote a song called Champion, which just talks about that, and it talks about believing in yourself. If you believe, you can conquer the world. If you don't, stay where you are. You don't elevate. It's a mindset. It's a tough business as it is. It's a business. I didn't know that in the beginning, because you're young and didn't know the ins and outs.
Right.
It's a business. That's why it's called music business. It's a business. I always say business before the music.
Right, right. And that's the important, key, because I think I can't remember who the first person that said that was, but like, you think about just the music, the melody and the
Right.
instruments and stuff like that, but really you have to know the whole business. Of course you have business partners, you have people, you put people in place to do certain
That's right.
things, but you got to be able to watch and know that they're taking care of you, right?
That's right. Well, the main thing I think, is having people who believe in you. It is hard to find. Like I'm my own manager. I've had people with me, but to find someone who's going to promote you as well as you would promote yourself is really hard. Once you get to
Mhm.
that level, I mean, people do it because they're getting paid, but do they really love you and honor your talent? You know, look what happened to
Right.
Whitney. You know what I mean? Whitney Houston, died so young, and it's quite. I don't know. Reading through the line, it seems like the people that were around her was probably the ones hating on her and plotting against her.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got
That's
people. Look what happened. What's her name? That happened to her. The son, name from what's the name? I can't think of her name, but she had the same problem. Look at all of the singers that are gone now. You got Whitney gone. You got Luther gone. You got all of our great Ray Charles gone. BB King gone. You hear stories. Prince gone. Prince is gone.
mhm.
Um,
Right.
all our great ones are gone. James Brown gone. Who's going to carry the torch? I get a chance to, by the grace of God, to try to matter of fact, I'm doing a blues show this Friday night with a guy who does blues, who was big here international. His name is James Montgomery. So I get a chance to sing some of James Cotton, who was
Oh
working with
yeah.
Muddy Waters and Lightning Hopkins and all. I get a chance to sing blues. I do blues too. I'm not going to limit myself. Did I limit the money?
Right.
That's the way I look at it. It's about the money, honey.
I mean, listen, you coming to the
Yeah,
show, you
yeah,
put energy, you put
huh?
in the work, you practice, you learn. So yeah, it's about rewarding yourself as well, because you have a talent and we're
Yes,
paying you to
ma'am.
enjoy your talent. So yeah.
And you got to enjoy it. You got to enjoy it. You got to love it. If you don't love it, get out of it because you're not going to be able to endure all the stuff that comes with it. You know,
Mm,
the,
yeah.
my litmus test was the Apollo Theater. I've been to the Apollo one there, travel in New York with Ralph Cooper Jr., Ralph Cooper Sr., mom in New York. My man Peters was from. I still talk
Mm,
to Billy Mitchell. Well, Billy's one of the guys who used to run errands for Gladys Knight and James Brown. He's still the man at the Apollo in Harlem
mhm,
now.
mhm.
And I hope to go back again now, not as an amateur, but as a professional
Yeah.
on a whole
Awesome.
new level. Oh yeah.
I love it. I love it. Listen, I'm just excited because, I love music, period.
I
And,
love
just
it
like
too, sister.
with the show, sometimes I would get nervous. I'm like, artist, I don't know anything about. I mean, I like to listen to music, but I don't know what I'm gonna talk to them about. But never mind, I love talking to you guys. Just seeing, what keeps you going, and who were some of your inspirations and stuff like
Right.
that. I love the conversations.
Oh yeah. I mean, I love, like I said, the male artists, the female artists, like Rita Franklin. She was another one. They would call on her to do um, um, different certain songs that she could sing. It was like Ave Maria.
Mm,
That's a song that's done in the church and beyond the church that certain people like. And that song's a hard song because it's done in German. And so those are the things that are important to me. You know, I don't just want to be classified as an R&B singer. To me, I think that's a I mean, if that's what you want to be classified, that's you, but not me.
right, right. Just
Because it's
sounds
so
to me
limited,
like I was gonna say, it just sounds to me like it's not that you're bashing it, but it's just don't limit me because I can do so much. I have a lot
Exactly.
to bring to the table, right?
Exactly. Why? Don't limit me. I mean, I'm not bashing. I mean, I love R&B, but I think it's, to me. I don't know if you agree with me or not. I think it's a term that they gave us, to relegate you to like I say, black music.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what do you mean by what is black music? When music, like you said, is universal.
True.
Because a black person sings it, now you want to stigmatize. You know what I mean?
Right.
No, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. You know,
Okay.
but but that's, some people do that. A lot
Right.
of people, not some, but a lot of people do it.
Right. Right.
I
So I
sing in a
know
lot of nightclubs.
I was going to say, I know we were talking about the other day. You got a lot of stuff coming up. It's the
Oh
holiday
yeah.
season and things like that. So, where are some of the places you're going to be performing?
Well, Friday night I'm gonna be performing at a new place in the next town. I live in Fall River at the Performing Arts Center with James Montgomery, who's a blues singer, and they're doing a documentary on James Cotton. Like I said, James Cotton goes back 1930s,
Mm-hmm.
singing blues.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm looking forward to um, uh, that challenge. I mean, to me, it's a challenge, and it's widening my fan base. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's widening my fan base as a artist. I look at that, widening that fan base. And so I'm looking forward. That's a challenge. And every Saturday night, a place called Tomatoes with Colleen Marshall. Her and I are. She's a fantastic singer, and um, she's unbelievable. And I work with a guy named Jackie Central, who's a professor at Berkeley, who's putting a big unit together for us. There's so many different things happening. And plus, I promote my own stuff. I got my own, the Chops Turner Band, the Chops Turner Jazz Band, the Blues Band. The R&B. No, it sounds funny, but I mean, God has definitely given me the opportunity to do that
Yeah.
because when people try to limit you, you know what I mean, and you push forward, and you're only as big as you think you're going to be. It's a mindset. You
True.
know, it's a mindset. You know, so I'm thankful and I'm grateful, and I'm humble. You know.
Right. Oh, I can definitely tell that.
I'm humble, sister.
Yeah.
Um, very
So
humble.
I got this question from somebody was on Blog Talk Radio one day, and they were asking another artist, and I was like, I'm gonna steal her question. So I started asking all the artists, if there was one person who has passed on and one person, but you perform with so many people, I don't know. If there's one person who's passed on that you didn't get to perform with, who would that be? And then the second, if somebody who's still alive, but you haven't gotten to perform with them yet, but you would like to do something with them, who would those two people be?
That's a good question.
See how
Nah, that's great. I don't know. Like you said, there's so many people. Um, I'll put it like this. The new school. I'm gonna say I like. I don't know. I like to perform. I like Patti LaBelle. I like Patti. I think Patti. She's super phenomenal. Um, I would like to perform with Patti. Um, the younger generation. I like a little bit. Let me see. I'm trying to think who the young generation. I don't even know the younger
and if
generation.
there's
But
not anyone, that's okay too. But
you
that's
know, uh,
man.
maybe I like Usher. Usher. I like Usher. I like his music. Guys like Usher and who else? Trying to think. Maxwell.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
I like those guys. They're great. I think they're great performers. You know.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see those.
Yeah. you know. But you know, I admire those guys. I mean, what they're doing is it's a tough business, you know.
Hmm.
It's a tough business.
So, on that note, being a tough business, what if somebody's watching and they're like, I know it's tough, but I still want to get into it. I just don't know what steps to take. What would you tell them? Where
Oh
should they start?
yeah. Well, when I was coming up, you know, they had a lot of talent shows. Now they have and fashion shows, varieties, whatever city they may reside in. Find out what's going on and become a part of it. I mean, you got all these shows like the X Factor, American Idol. A lot of that's political, but if you're lucky and you got a good story, you might get on.
And it probably gives you pretty good training, if you can go through the
Oh,
ring,
it'd
get
be
a
a
lot
good plan too, and they give you a good contract too.
of
You
listen.
know, look what happened to what's her name, Jennifer Hudson. Now,
Mhm.
how you be so great as what she did, and what's his name, Simon
Simon,
denies her.
right,
That's what we were talking about earlier.
right,
But if she would have gave up, she would. If she would, you know, because he said what he said, she wouldn't be where she's standing now, doing the
exactly.
great thing. With a voice like her voice was too big. What do you mean by too big? That's because she had all the elements in her voice. She can go up, down. She
Hmm.
can do so many different things, you know, and that comes from God. It's,
Right,
so it's undeniable.
right.
And he knew that. So she's undeniable. That's what the what's her name said. The great philosopher. What's her name? Maya Angelou.
Oh yeah.
Become undeniable. You
Mhm.
know, don't do it for money, but do it for the love, and everything else will come. You know,
True.
sometimes I don't get paid for everything I do. I do fundraisers, and that you know in turns brings other things. You know, promotion.
Right,
Um, People see that they say, "Hey man, I'd like to have you on my show." You know, how much you
right,
charge? So it leads to bigger and better things. You
right.
know.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
you're,
So I
nah, you're
unfortunately,
funny.
I'll just be honest. I unfortunately didn't get to hear this song that
What's
Marlene
that?
sent beforehand. So maybe you can tell me a little bit about it. I think it's called "Get Together."
Oh yeah, get together, man. It's something that he wrote a while ago, and he asked me to. No, he came to see me perform a couple of months ago, and he heard me do one of the songs by Mel Waiters,
Uh-huh.
called "I Got My Whiskey." you know,
Yeah.
um, so he said, "Oh wow, I see." Was kind of, he saw the crowd reacting to it. Even though I mean, brother from down south, and that type of music, they're not used to up here, but people love that song. It had the beat, the saxophone in it. It's a very well structured song. So he heard it, so he said, "Man, let's do this song. I'm gonna write a song for you that sounds like that song." So it's one of those type of songs, you know.
Cool.
And so I had to go and execute it a little bit and try, you know, put your twist on
Put the
it.
chops twist to
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, the top tenor twist, you know. You
Yes.
know.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
everybody stay tuned. We're about to listen to this chop twist. Well, chop tenor twist. Get together. And so it is the same image. I didn't have another image. It says this holiday with you, but this song is actually Get Together. So hold on, and we'll be right back with more Chops Turner.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. Come on. I've been looking forward to this time just to sit back and chill, getting things ready all night. I'm about to fire up arriving with bottles, pots, and pans. Never but good vibes, 'cause that's what we planned. When we get together, it's always a good time. When we get together, making memories, always on my mind. Keep your family close, 'cause my family vibe ain't no joke. It's a family affair. Ooh, yeah. You can play spades with Cousin Riri, or maybe bid with Uncle Joe, or let the little ones run around. Got to give room to grow. All the old school jams are bumping. Junior's got the system thumping. Anything you need to know, the one to ask is Peter, Mary Joe. When we get together, it's always a good time. When we get together, making memories, it's always on my mind. 'Cause when we get together, in any kind of weather, we are family. Golden memories of summer days gone by. It's late at night and no one's going home. Just stars and fireflies. When we get together, it's always a good time. When we get together, making memories, always on our minds. When we get
All right, all right. Yes, I love that one too. So that was Get Together,
Yes.
produced again by at
Marlene.
Sonic Studios,
Yes.
Marlene and the Groovaladas. And I think some of the remix was by ZYG 808, which is
808, man. That's my man. 808. He's hot. He's hot. He's hot. He's on
Yes.
fire. He's on fire.
I mean, he's what, like 18 or something, and he's been doing this for
18, yeah. He's fire, man.
yeah. So
He's
hopefully
fire,
we
man.
can have him on the show before the end of the year because I know they have a song out, Seven Candles.
Yeah, so again, it sounds great too. Yes, Quantum, right.
Yeah, so
Sounds great. That's good.
Is there anything, because I want to always ask that question before we leave, because you know, in my mind I have a path, but you know, is there anything that you want to discuss or tell us about, you know, as our time is winding down? I want to make sure we don't miss anything.
Yeah, I mean, I'm truly honored and thankful that you have me on the show. I appreciate it. Appreciate you guys having me. It's a pleasure. I thank God first and most of all, you know, and not really just keep trying to reach the next level for myself, as long as God gives me breath to see another day, because we don't know what tomorrow may bring, you know.
Amen.
We don't know. So,
Amen.
you know, so I just got
How
my
do we
two.
follow you? Okay, go ahead.
I just got my two from the city of here, New Bedford, from the mayor's office. From the mayor's office for being in the music industry. I got two citations, proclamations. I got many of them, but it's a pleasure here, living here and not being from here, to be a recipient. You
Yeah.
know, and my grandmother used to tell me she lived to be 104. No good deed goes unnoticed. You
Mm-hmm.
know, no
Amen.
good deed goes unnoticed. So you know what you do comes back to you. You know, either way, good or bad.
Good or bad, right?
You know, so but sis it's my pleasure, and thank you for having me. And the guy who was that I spoke to earlier that was on,
That
the
was
young man.
Alan.
Oh, brother Allen, yeah, tell him I said thank you.
Yeah, he
Was it?
listened.
Yeah. Oh, he's listening.
Yeah, he's
Brother
the one
Allen,
playing
man.
all the music and bringing everything
Okay,
in.
yeah, man. Brother Allen, yeah. That's a pleasure, you know. I'm looking forward to that thing you got coming up with the New Year's.
I was getting ready to say, before we talk about that, so how can people follow you? Are you
Well, they can
on
go on
IG,
Facebook,
YouTube?
all the platforms, and see me up there. Google Chops Turner, and you'll see all the stuff I've been doing throughout the years. And
Okay,
there's more and more stuff, but I haven't really posted a lot of that stuff. But man, there's a lot of stuff, and it's kind of, it's I gotta say, do all the trials and tribulations to get where you are, and you still got to stay on top of your game because somebody's always willing to take your spot, you know. So
mm-hmm.
you got to stay hot.
That is true too.
You got to stay hot because somebody's always willing to take that spot, boy.
Take that spot, right?
So
I'm gonna have to remember that one. Look, I'm writing that one
yeah,
down.
I'm always a rhymer. Being a singer, you got to be, you got to have a personality, and people, be down to earth with people, man. Because if it's the people that make you, man, or break you. They can make you, they can break you,
True,
and make you and break you. So you got to be kind to the people. I don't understand how some of these performers or basketball players, they go and people ask for an autograph. They all upset. You know what I mean? Getting all mad. If it wasn't for the patrons,
those
where
same
would you be?
people,
You know
right?
what I mean? You wouldn't be where you are. They
Right.
pay your bills.
That is
So
true.
be thankful. Take a little time and say, hey, okay, young man, here you go. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Here you go.
Right.
And you know what I mean? So,
I know it can
um,
be a lot, but I think it's how you handle it. You know what I'm saying?
oh
You
yeah, it's how
you
you
can
handle
be
it. Oh
like,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, this is just family time. I mean, but just to be rude and ugly, yeah, no.
Yeah, but if somebody came to me out of my family, I think it's an honor and pleasure to because tomorrow ain't promised. Like I told you, you might not get to do it next time. Who
True.
said you're gonna be here tomorrow to do it? You know?
Next
So
time you
why
might
not
find
enjoy the
somebody that might
moment?
not want it, right?
It's right. To enjoy the moment, man. I mean, I understand all that now because I got to see that as a young boy when people didn't pay me any mind and they thought I was a joke, but they don't think that no more.
Right.
you know, you
Exactly.
know,
They don't
people
think
think it's
about
a joke. Oh no, it's so. But in that process, you got to stay humble. You know, stay
it. Right.
humble at all times.
Okay. And so and getting back to the concert. So let's see. I'm trying to type and talk at the same time. It's not really working that
That's
well.
okay.
Uh so the concert. So the last show of this year for Making
Right.
Connections happens on December 31st at 12
hmm
noon. You guys know we're here every Saturday at 12 noon. So I was like, man, what should I do for the last show of the year? And I was like, how about a concert? And so part of the lineup for that concert is gonna be Hoo Hoo Chops Turner.
Oh yeah. Watch out now.
Yeah, just put a little twist on making connections, a little
That's
chop
right.
to it.
Hollywood's still swinging.
So you definitely want to stay tuned. I'm still I gave everybody kind of a deadline to give them their reply. And so once we get all the replies, then we'll put the lineup together so each artist will know when they're so we're not just gonna play their music, they're actually going to perform. for this concert. So it's not just them, sitting and looking, but no, they're gonna be singing, y'all. This gonna be a good concert. That's all I got to say.
That
And
should
I
be
thought
great.
it was a great way to, end the year and then bring 2023 in for making connections as well. So I appreciate you saying yes to being part of the show.
Oh yeah, I think it'll be great. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Now, how many acts you have?
So far, let's see. So far, there's 5. So
Okay,
yeah, so we're
that'll
gonna
be
extend
great.
the show a little bit on that Saturday, a little bit more than an hour. So yeah, so we're excited. Yay!
Yeah, that'll get me warmed up because I got to play that night too. New Year's Eve and tomatoes.
Yeah. And so there
Yeah,
is a flyer that you guys saw about tomatoes. It has the address and all that stuff. If
oh yeah,
you're in that area and you want to go
yeah,
follow,
yeah.
sit in
Go
the
on
audience.
down.
So if you didn't get that information, look for the flyer in the Facebook group, Making Connections Facebook group. And so, yes. So, Chops, thank you so much. We appreciate you being with us.
Well, thank you for having me, and it was a pleasure, honor. It's always good to be on uh, a show like this and to let people know what you've been doing and what you're doing now. That's great.
Yeah.
Thank you
And
for
so,
having me.
if you want to reach out to Chops, there's his email there,
Oh yeah, the email. Oh,
chopsturner@gmail.com. So email him there. You can talk to him about, coming to be a guest and things like that. If you want to continue to follow what he and Waleem and the Groovaladas have going on, check out polyphonicstudio.com.
yeah,
And
they're
so,
hot. They're hot.
yeah, I
On
think their
fire.
tagline is something. If you want, oh Lord, don't, never mind. I'll tell you their tagline later. I can't remember now. It's something about if you want your sound to be right or something like that. So, of course, you can reach out to us at info@aliciajohnson.com. Maybe you want to be part of the lineup for the 31st. And I didn't think to ask
Right,
you. Send me an
right.
email. You can, if you want to be on the show for 2023, because 2022 is booked. But if you want to be on the show for 2023, hit up calendly.com/making connections TV and solidify your slot. And hey, you'll be sitting where Chops is sitting.
It's a good seat too, ladies.
Right, right. And Chops, you are now part of the Making Connections family.
Oh,
Whenever
thank
you
you.
have something,
Oh, I
yeah.
made it. I made it.
Whenever you have something going on or you have a new release out and you like, listen, play the song. I can't get on the interview, but play the song for me. We'll do it. So we're here for you.
Well, thank you. This is my pleasure, and thank you guys. And um, I'm looking forward to the New Year's, and thank you for having me. And people don't forget to go and check out the Chops Turner music, the new music out there. Yeah, Groovalados, ho!
Yeah, all streaming platforms. So again, we're making connections with Aly. We're here every Saturday at 12 noon, every Monday at 2 p.m. And now you
Wow,
can catch our shows on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Sometimes it'll be a new show. Sometimes I'm trying to bring
wow,
back some of the old stuff because we've got inventory now. We've got some good shows that I
that's
think,
great.
in season are good to replay. So catch us on Thursdays at 7 p.m. So we out here, y'all. We love and appreciate you. Be careful out there with the holiday season, all the travel. Chops, we will be talking to you soon. You guys will see him December 31st. So make sure you tune
Yeah.
in. And as always, until next time, we're leaving you with love, positivity, and good vibes. Have a great day, everybody. Bye, Chops.
Thank you. God bless you. Take care.
You too.